about something powerful. This isn't about running away from your life. No, this is about rebuilding it from the ground up, but in complete silence. We're not talking about big, flashy announcements or chasing likes on social media. Nope. This is about 6 months of pure, head-down, focused work. It's a system, and it's called the Ghost Protocol. Let's get into it.
So let me ask you a question, and I want you to really think about it. What would actually happen if you just disappeared for 6 months? I mean, completely vanished. And when you came back, you were unrecognizable. Not because you're famous now or you won the lottery, but because you're disciplined, you're sharp, you're solid, unshakable. That's the promise here. That's what we're diving into.
Okay, let's get one thing straight right off the bat. This is not your typical motivational fluff. You know, the kind that gets you hyped up for an afternoon and then poof, it's gone. No, this is a system, a real, structured 6-month protocol. It's designed for one thing, to strip away all your excuses and literally rebuild who you are from the inside out.
And you really got to understand the difference here, because it's everything. Motivation, it's like a sugar rush. It's fleeting, it comes from the outside, and it totally depends on your mood. A system, well, a system is durable. It's the foundation you build brick by brick inside of you. It's what gets you up and working when you feel like crap. It's about getting results, plain and simple. End of story.
So that brings us to the very first phase. Phase 1, the disappearance. And the idea here is simple but powerful. Silence builds power. This is all about carving out the space you need, the mental and emotional room to actually change without everyone else's opinions and judgments getting in the way.
So what does that look like?
Step 1, you become a ghost. You just vanish. Now, this doesn't mean you move to a cabin in the woods. It means you strategically pull back from all the unnecessary stuff, the pointless social events, the endless scrolling, the drama. And look at this part right here. No explaining, no proving. This is huge. You don't have to justify it to anyone. Your energy needs to go into the work, not into defending your choices.
Okay, so once you've created that silence, we move into phase 2. And this is the real core of it. This is the protocol. This is the heavy lifting you do when nobody's watching.
And it all kicks off with a massive mindset shift. Ready for it? Make everything your fault. Now, hold on. This isn't about beating yourself up with guilt. Not at all. It's about taking back control. Think about it. If you blame traffic for being late, you're just a victim of circumstance, right? But if you say, it's my fault, I should have left earlier, guess who's in control next time? You are. And that difference is just, it's night and day. Blame feels good for a second, right? It's easy, but it strips you of all your power. Responsibility, man, that can be tough to swallow sometimes, but it's the only thing that gives you the freedom, the actual control to steer your own ship. You see, the whole idea behind this is that there's a beast inside of you, a version of you that is absolutely relentless. But for too long, you've been feeding it comfort, you've been feeding it ease, and it's gotten lazy. The goal now is to stop feeding that comfort and start feeding the beast with real challenges. So how do you feed the beast? Simple. You embrace things that suck. You lean into voluntary discomfort. Because pain is the fastest teacher there is. I'm talking about the sting of a cold morning, the burn of a hard workout, the awkwardness of a tough conversation you've been avoiding. These aren't punishments. They are your most powerful tools for growth, period. And every single day, you're at a crossroads. Every time something gets hard, you have a choice. You can make an excuse, which, protects your ego, keeps you safe. Or you can get a result, which builds real, hard-earned discipline. One choice keeps you exactly where you are. The other one literally forges a new you. So, to make this practical, the protocol bundles these actions into something called the Spartan Ethos. It's 4 simple rules. 1, train like a warrior. That means you push yourself with real intent, not just showing up. 2, work like a robot. You execute your tasks without whining, without drama, just pure, focused execution. 3, eat like a king. Fuel your body with what it actually needs to perform, not just what tastes good. And 4, reject vices. You know what they are. You consciously cut out the habits that are draining your power. But here's the catch that holds it all together. You have to go all in. No half effort. No, I'll try. No backup plans. The Ghost Protocol just flat out doesn't work if you're dipping a toe in.
For 6 months, you have to decide that you are the most important project you will ever have. If not now, then when?
And if you can do that, if you can truly commit to that work in the silence, you get to phase 3, the transformation. This is it. This is the reward. This is who walks out on the other side of those 6 months.
And look, this transformation is total. It's not just about the physical stuff like getting in shape. It's so much deeper. You're changing mentally, emotionally, and physically. This isn't a workout plan. It's identity work.
Think of it like upgrading your entire personal operating system. You're not just running new software, you've replaced the hardware. You don't just act different, you are different. You have new habits, you have higher standards, and you finally enforce the boundaries you always knew you should have. And one of the biggest changes you'll see is a shift from being a consumer to being a creator. All that time and energy you used to waste scrolling, watching, just consuming, it now gets poured into building something real, a new skill, a business, a strong body. You learn that creating something will always, always feel better than just consuming something. And this becomes your new normal. This is the state you live in every day. Your energy is through the roof. Your confidence is stable. It comes from inside you, not from what other people think. And your focus is just laser sharp. That right there, that is the real reward for all that silent work.
All right, so let's talk about the final mindset, because how do you make this stick? How does this last beyond the 6 months? It comes down to one last, crucial shift, redefining your competition.
It's simple. Your competition is not them. It's not that person on Instagram. It's not your coworker. It's not your neighbor. The only person you're trying to beat is the person you were yesterday. That's it. That's the whole game. Forget everyone else. It's you versus you. So if we boil this whole thing down, what's the core message? It's this. You don't need another motivational video. You don't need another self-help book. What you need is distance. Distance from all the distractions that are keeping you stuck.
And that brings us right back to where we started. Disappear for 6 months, go dark, do the work when no one's watching, and trust me, when the time is right, you won't need to say a word. Your results will do all the talking for you. So I'll just leave you with this one last question to chew on. If you actually did this, if you disappeared today, who would come back in 6 months? What would that version of you be capable of?